Eric Muathe, Muathe.com. Let's take a quick review for TBT now that it's pulling back off the highs recently here of about 42.5. Now, if you go back to the last couple of videos on TBT, you'll notice that we kept saying that as long as the RSI on the monthly was above 69.1, that the stock would stay resilient. And you can see that that has been also correct. As long as it was above that threshold from about 41, or let's call it 40.5, until when it moved back below 69.1, somewhere here just back under 42, it pretty much was staying in that range and was refusing to drop, even though our big picture analysis was that it was looking like more than likely was gonna pull back based on the monthly chart RSI. And let's update that chart. And you can see on this monthly chart why we were suspecting that the stock would hit some type of a wall in terms of sentiment and pull back. We can see evidence of this because this was the break we were watching. Now keep in mind, this break in late 2013 broke this trend. Whoops. And once it broke here, we came off the highs here in the 80s. That was in late 2013. Of course, we haven't been back there, so we were expecting it to come back and test that same level and potentially stall. And you can see here, it took the entire month of December 2016 to roll over. As we begin 2017, you can already see evidence that this is becoming a problem. The more this is confirmed as resistance, the more we can see confirmation that our suspicion that it could find resistance and pull back seems to be very consistent with what is going on right now, with chances of much lower price levels. Take a look quickly here at the daily. We can see that while it was making this improvement on the daily chart, the RSI kept making lower highs. And also, once the RSI broke this trend, chances are that we are going to see lower prices, and that's exactly what is happening over the last 1 or 2 weeks. Keep in mind that we had also observed on the hourly when the stock was trading at 42.6, so somewhere around here we had seen that this price highs, so this improvement in price highs here came at the expense of the technicals, and we had noted that that was a problem. In fact, here we had seen the stock move to fresh highs, but the RSI did not show any improvement. That negative divergence was another insight into what the stock was trying to do. Now keep in mind, the big picture had already sensitized us to the idea that on a long-term scale, on a monthly chart, it was pretty much coming back to test this break level from a sentiment perspective, and we were waiting for evidence to show up on the smaller charts, smaller time frames. So the break there is just now being respected. So we could see this developing on the monthly chart. The key is that it took a long time to play out, mainly because we had a very strong RSI. While the RSI was above 69.1, we knew that the ETF was not going to pull back, but we started seeing cracks again on the daily with the negative divergence, improvement in prices, RSI failing. Then we saw a break of this trend line support. That was a good tell. Once we broke here, we knew that a pullback was now in play. Take a look at the hourly, which was also additional confirmation with improvement in prices here, but you can see that the technicals did not follow through. In fact, you can even see that this high here, the actual hourly highs, came with a declining RSI, and we noted that at that point that was the worst type of negative divergence, because the RSI did not even move above 61.8 while prices made new highs. So again, these highs here were pretty much a major sell signal, or at least a major warning sign, because they came with the RSI failing to move above 61.8, which is the worst type of negative divergence. And since this highs, which corresponds with the RSI being here, we can see that that divergence, prices making new highs, running out of strength, out of momentum, was ultimately the technical reasons why we've started to drift lower. Eric Muathe with Muathe.com. As always, good luck, peace, and blessings. E-A-C-S. Mwah. Woo! Yeah. Woo!